गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतं वन्दे वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्तिः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। ॐ तत्सत्। सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।
This is jasmine. Those who have not experienced jasmine, nice to come and see what it is. Very good. At the end of it. So, very beautiful flower. Om Sakana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahavirjankaravavagai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavagai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The word Shivaha, Shiva, is as you hear the word is a word referring to Ishvara, the Lord, the cause of the world, the cause of the Jagat. Shivaha, Narayanaha, these are all words. Ishvaraha, these words are synonyms. Words whose meaning is God. Not your God, our God. Okay? God. Whatever that God is. To be safe, the cause of the world, the cause of Jagat. Opposed to the Jiva. The Jiva is individual. The meaning of the word I. When you say I am so and so. So this is Jiva, individual. We have here the individual saying Shivoham, Shivoham. Very difficult to accept. Shivoham, Shivoham. I am Ishvara, I am God. Even to say, either you must be foolish, total, or you must be enlightened. To say that you must be meaning something that we don't understand. To say that Shivoham, 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 you sing your way. So to say Shivoham, Aham means I. Individual. Shiva means Lord. Can you say that? I am the Lord. Lord means all knowledge, all power, all Shakti. How can anybody say that? Therefore, it's a thing to be understood properly. We saw yesterday the effect is not separate from its material cause. The effect is the material cause. Your shirt is fabric. Fabric is not shirt. Can go all the way. Fabric is yarn. Yarn is not fabric. Yarn is fibers. Fibers are not yarn. You keep going. Effect is the cause, the material cause. Whereas the cause is not effect. The effect is cause. So, there is a reality of shirt which is very peculiar. It's neither independent of fabric nor you can say it is non-existent. Fabric exists with reference to shirt. The shirt is effect, fabric is cause, the effect is cause is not effect. No effect can be independent of its cause, material cause. This is a very important fact to recognize. If the effect is all that is here we are talking about, with all possibilities, let us use one word, Jagat. Jagat. This Jagat is effect not separate from its material cause. Whatever is its material. Now, if there is a God with all knowing, all power, for this Jagat, then that God must have used some material to make this Jagat. Like the pot maker used the clay to make the pot. He didn't make a pot out of himself. He made this clay as material to make this pot. In Christian theology, there is a statement. God created the world out of nothing. Have you heard that? Out of nothing. I'm reading a book, The Laughing Jesus. Have you read the book? Any of you? It's a book to be read. The Laughing Jesus. It's a good book, well written also. That Egyptian, in Egypt they found some scroll, not Dead Sea Scroll. This is another, before that. So, if you it reads like Vedanta. Some of the translations of what is written there, so beautiful. Knowledge doesn't belong to any country, any culture. 1 + 1 is 2 everywhere. There's no national stamp. Knowledge transcends culture, time, nationality, everything. Knowledge means it is common. It's based upon fact. It is as true as the object. There is nothing to do with anybody's thinking, there is no cultural. Language would be different, of course. So, the theology came later, according to this book. A very interesting book. Of course, there are some problems, of course. That these are common problems, not understanding what is what, and so that's a problem. They always try to make everything mistake. So the mystic problems, which are common problems. But there's a statement like, this is an old anadi kala suptaha. In Vedanta, we say, this individual has been sleeping for a long time, beginningless time. And he has to, and dreaming, self-dreaming. Sleeping means dreaming. Either he sleeps or he dreams. So creates a reality for himself. Which is his own projection, the jiva's projection. And the person has to become awake. To the oneness, to this Shivoham. This is the meaning, this is what is translation of this, some of the sayings in this scroll. We call it gnosis? Gnostic. Gnostic. Gnosis. So in the theology, there is this expression, out of nothing God created this world. It is something like the pot maker, out of nothing created the pot. Out of nothing, what can you create? What you can create? Nothing. So out of nothing, you create nothing. Ah, what a sentence. God created out of nothing. Nothing. You know meaning? God created out of nothing something. This Jagat is something. You can't say it is nothing. I told you. The pot is not non-existent. It is something. So, out of nothing, something cannot be created. Out of something, something can be created. Now, this statement, God created this Jagat out of nothing else. One else may be a very prudent addition. Out of nothing else. God doesn't require something else to create this Jagat. God created out of X material this Jagat. That X material is not separate from that God. Which is perfect, you know. In the beginning there was Word. The Word was with God. And the Word was God. Very beautiful. But this is between us. Don't talk to Yeah, a theologian. He will push you into the Atlantic. God in the beginning had this word. What is that word? Word means what? You must read all their commentaries, the theologians' commentaries. Wow. You will jump into Atlantic. Before making the pot, wow. Before making this pot, crack pot, no. Before making this pot, what did he have, the pot maker? Word. What was that word? Pot. Correct? In the beginning, there was word. That's all the truth. Really, this is in the beginning, this word and all that is wonderful. In the beginning, there was word, pot. And the word was with God. Correct? Pot is not the word, Jagat is the word. One word, Jagat. And the word was with God. So word was with God means immediately you may think, word was with God. There were two things. One is the napkin, paper napkin, and the Swami. The napkin was with Swami. Two things. In the beginning there was word, and word was lying around, was with God. They are not two different things. Word is knowledge. Knowledge is not separate from God. Word was God. This is what we say all knowing. Jagat. In the beginning there was word, Jagat. And the Jagat word was with God. Jagat means all. Word means knowledge. All knowledge was God. Correct? Word was God means all knowledge was God. He created this world. In fact, that knowledge became manifest in the form of this world, really speaking. It's very beautiful it is. It is a knowledge that is manifest like in dream. Before you dream, there was sleep. There was nothing. There was nothing. There was no time, there was no space. No object. But you were there. Then you dreamt. In the dream you thought of sun. sun came. How it came? Along with time and space. You know, it's not that God created time and then space and afterwards. There is no time and space. It's one deal. The sun came along with time and space. Correct? You thought of sun, sun came. You are the creator of. You had the knowledge of sun. You thought of sun, sun, time, space came. Thought of earth, earth was there. Thought of mountains, mountains were there. You had knowledge of mountains. You had knowledge of ocean. You had knowledge of people. You need to know in order to think of the objects. You need to know. You had the knowledge. You created. You are almighty in dream. Because you thought it was. Wow. Mighty. Almighty. You created so many fellows. One of them was a theologian. You created the fellow. And he says, God in heaven created the world. He looks up. You know. There is another fellow who says there is no God. There is a third fellow, he says, I keep my mind open. He says he is an agnostic. Means what? He keeps the mind open for his lifetime. What for, I don't know. Because he has called himself agnostic. Different fellows. But every one of them is non-separate from God. You, correct? But each one has got his own body, her own body. Mind, sense, complex individual. But you are the maker of that fellow, the material cause for that fellow, and his participation is his own karma, that's all. His own karma is his participation. He gave the blueprint. You gave him the body. His karma means it is beginningless, this fellow. No. But you are much more than this fellow. Because every other fellow is your manifestation. The space-time galaxies, all of them are you. You are called Shiva. You are the maker, you are the material cause. And this fellow is telling, Shivoham, Shivoham, without understanding he tells, of course. But yes, there's a possibility of understanding. Because Shivoham, the word is there, the sentence is there. Where there is sentence, there is meaning. The meaning is there. So the person will understand in different degrees in time. Anyway, here, you are the maker in the dream, and you are the material cause in the dream. Maker and the material are one and the same. Therefore, the entire dream world is you, correct? The entire dream world is you. Suppose somebody asks, where is God? And the one who asked this question, where is God, already has concluded where he is not. Otherwise you won't ask. Without knowing what is God, he is asking, where is God? You can ask, where is Swami Dayananda? Only if you know what Swami Dayananda looks like. How does he look? And you don't see him, then you can ask, where is Swami Dayananda? Correct? You are asking, where is Swami Dayananda, not knowing what is Swami Dayananda. How does he look? We are special people. You say, where is God? As though we know what is God, and we have concluded he is not locally available. Asking the question, where is God? You understand how silly is our inquiry. The question has got to be, what is? What is that God? Now if the whole Jagat is a manifestation of Ishvara, why? Because he is the maker. Because all intelligently put together and therefore maker. And the material cause being not separate from Ishvara cannot be separate. If it is separating factor, space must be there. And the space is a part of the Jagat. Therefore, space is Ishvara. Time is Ishvara. And everything we recognize in time and space is Ishvara. Why? Because the material cause is not separate from the maker. This is a very important thesis. All indigenous religions the world over, in some form, recognize this fact. That's why they had reverence for nature. They never concluded God created the world for what? for our consumption. You know, God created man in his own image. This is all man creates, okay? God created man in his own image. Now you can understand what God's image is. And he is formless. And in his own image, God created man in his own image. And then created the world for this man. Therefore, all the cows are all meant for eating. All animals are meant for eating. Anything that is created meant for your consumption. One fellow says, the cow is a dumb animal. It's meant for eating. It's a dumb animal, meant for eating. And if you eat the dumb animal, you become what? Turkey is dumb. And you thank God and eat turkey. You become what? By eating dumb animal, we become what? Very wise? Very intelligent? I don't know. You know better. Very funny. Man created the world for human consumption. Afterwards we have got all these environmental problems, mental problems. But all indigenous cultures, the Native American, and all over in Europe and in every country, the native people always revered nature. They all sense in some way that this Jagat is a manifestation of God. In some form, they sensed. There was reverence for water, air, earth. There was some reverence until the theology came. You can understand what these theologies have done. To the society, to the humanity. All in the name of God. Both maker and the material have to be one and the same. Therefore, the Jagat is non-separate from the maker, Shiva. The effect is non-separate from the cause. Cause is Shiva. The effect, Jagat, is Shiva. And the cause is not effect. Effect is cause. Correct? I have already told you. The effect being what it is, non-separate from the cause. The effect is cause. Cause is not effect. The Jagat is Shiva. Shiva is not Jagat. What Shiva is? Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Shiva is Chidananda. Chit is consciousness. Ananda is limitlessness. So there is no limitation. Consciousness as such cannot be. Any measurement is an object of consciousness. Any spatial measurement is object of consciousness. Time measurement, object of consciousness. Time itself is object of consciousness. Space itself is object of consciousness. Space is consciousness. Time is consciousness. But consciousness is not time, is not space. Therefore, Jagat is Shiva and Shiva is Chidananda. Chidananda is Aham. Therefore, Shivoham Shivo. The negation is, if I take myself to be one body, one set of senses, mind, I become limited. If I is this complex, and the complex is I am finished. That's what happens to all. Body, mind, sense complex is taken to be I, Atma, which is true. But Atma also is taken to be the same, which is not true. Therefore, I suffer a limitation which doesn't belong to me. And therefore there is a negation here. Mano buddhyahankara chittani naham. Manascha buddhischa ahankarascha chittam cha mano buddhyahankara chittani naham. I am not. Nacha shrotra jihve nacha grana netre. Senses I am, but I am not senses. So if somebody's eyes are blind, one says, I am blind. Ears are deaf, I am deaf. Then there are causes. The mind, buddhi, chittam, ahankara, I am not. The five senses, I am not. And their causes, I am not. Their causes are five elements. And the elements are pointed out here. Nacha vyoma bhumir na tejo na vayuhu. Vyoman means space. I am not vyoma, space, and time, space when it comes time also. I am not space, time. They are object of consciousness. I am not fire, tejaha. I am not fire. Another element. I am not air, navayuhu. I am not water. I am not earth. All that should be included. The five elements I am not. They are objects of consciousness. So na vyomaha, na bhumihi. Bhumi is there. I am not earth, na tejo, na vayuhu. Water also should be added. All the five elements I am not. Then who are you? Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Then next one. Nacha prana samjnaha. Navai panchavayuhu. Nava sapta dhatuhu. Nava pancha koshaha. Navak pani padam cha. Upastha payu. Payu it should be. Nachopastha payu, not payu. Nachopastha payu, Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Goes on negating what I am not. These are the areas where you commit a mistake. See, to say I am Chidananda, you need not say what I am not. You know. To say, suppose you ask, what is a book? You ask a question, what is a book or what is a mountain? And you say mountain is not water, mountain is not fan, mountain is not. You need not say that, what it is not. You have to say what is a mountain. But here, all that you have to say, Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Why should you say what I am not? Because what I am not is taken to be what I am, correct? Therefore, Viveka, mistake is to be corrected. And therefore, there is negation. What I am not is negated. What I am is owned. I am not prana. Sabjna means name, by which you recognize an object. Book is a sabjna, by which you recognize an object. Prana, by which you recognize something. Na prana samjnaha. Prana here is life itself. What makes the body alive? That is the prana. Why? Because there is something more there. Nacha pancha vayuhu. Prana is life in general, that which makes this body alive. I am not that. Prana I am, but I am not prana. B is A is not B. Pot is clay, clay is not pot. Prana I am not prana. You must understand this properly. Otherwise we'll have the problem of dissociation. That's a modern problem. Modern Vedanta problem is that. I am not this, I am not that and all that. And that is a dissociation. You dissociate from problems when there are problems. By dissociating, you don't become free from problems. You have to say, prana I am not prana. Panchavayu I am not Panchavayu. Panchavayu means 5. The same prana is divided into 5-fold activity, physiological activity. The physiological activity, broad activity. One is respiration, pranaha. Then apanaha, kidneys and so on, evacuation. From this body, things are sent out. Every day. The whole department of getting rid of things that are to be got rid of. Apanaha. Vyanaha, circulation. Heart. Prana is lungs, respiration. Apana is kidneys and so on. Vyana is heart and the whole circulatory system, including veins and arteries. Vyana. Then samana, digestion. Liver, stomach, all those glands included, pancreas and so on. Samanaha. And udanaha, udgirinakaraha udanaha. The time clock goes on ticking away. Every individual has come with so many breaths. You breathe in and breathe out, one tick. It's all countdown. Countdown. Big number, astronomical number. And goes on, tick, tick, tick. One breathe in, breathe out, one tick. If your breathing is not regulated, tick, 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 below is gone. And if you do pranayama and kumbhaka pranayama, you breathe in, don't breathe out immediately. Then breathe out, tick. Don't breathe in, tick, tick. You can live long. Correct? You can live long. Then when somebody asks you, what did you do all your lifetime? This fellow lived 10 years longer. His longevity increased because of his regulated breathing. Tick, tick. He lived longer according to our calendar. What were you doing? breathing. So he was breathing. That's all what he was doing. What an occupation. Anyway, it's good to have some regulated breathing, some pranayama to do that. Too much obsession doesn't work. You have to say that I was breathing all my lifetime, as though others are not breathing. So that is udana. Prana apana vyana udana samanaha pancha vayuhu pancha pranaha. I am not these pancha pranas. So like this it goes on. Nava pancha dhatu. I am not pancha dhatu. Make this anatomy. Sapta dhatu. Na sapta dhatu. 7 components of this body. We will look at that later when we come back. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
Okay. Let's reflect on all that we have listened and understood. And let's share our understanding.
I gathered like few points that that material cause is not different from the cause. I mean, cause is not different from the effect. But then effect is not the cause. And he derived that Chidananda Rupaga Shivokam from that. And then that kind of nice how he got it. And then I think really hit me was we were negating I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, like that. But then how he brought that prana, I am not the prana, but trying to understand that clearly, So there was another good way to understand it. Instead of saying I'm not, so everything is included. We read the Tattva Bodh and it seemed like we reviewed some of that today. Also, it was nice. Thank you.
Today's punchline was for me. He says, because what I am not is taken to be what I am. Therefore, we have to negate it. That mistake has to be corrected. Therefore, we are saying, Aham, Mano Buddhi, I am not that, I am not that, I am not that. That is the punchline I got. Because I take it myself to be what I am not. Therefore, I have to correct that mistake. Then I have to assert, I am Shiva. Beautiful. Really beautiful. This is the gist of the Nirvana Shatkam.
He started off as saying Shiva, Ishvara, Narayana. They're all the same. They all mean the creator, the cause of Jagat. And then he went back to the fact that the effect is the cause, but the cause is not the effect. Giving the example of the pot and the clay, the pot is clay, but clay is not pot. Similarly, Ishvara, Jagat is Ishvara, but Ishvara is not Jagat. Ishvara is Chidananda Rupa. And then he gives the example of how we as a jiva, limited power, limited knowledge, we create in our own dream. When we dream, we are the material cause and we are also the effect, the dream. So the dream that we create is like the Jagat that Ishvara creates. So the dream is me, but I am not the dream. I am Chidananda Rupa. And this is the fundamental mistake that we do, is that we identify ourselves with the effect.
I like this sentences. Nothing from where nothing is, from nothing what is created. It is nothing. So whatever is existing is nothing.
Although we should be a little careful in today's session,
Yeah,
he has brought in a lot of theologies that were there. So if, we'll have to be careful in following his train of thought.
correct.
He had brought in a lot of Christian theology, but one
One
very,
sentence I couldn't understand, Pramaraji. He said Chidananda is not the space.
yeah. Space is Chidananda. Chidananda is not space. Just like how the clay is not pot, but the pot is clay. Time, space, and everything else that is created, including the Pancha Mahabhutas, and all the senses which are originated from the Pancha Mahabhutas, all of them are Chidananda, are Ishvara, but then Ishvara is not them. Jiva is not them. You can't say clay is pot, right? Pot is clay. So that is what he said. He said the word came first, there was knowledge first, and then there was the effect.
Correct.
So what came first was the word. And the word is there with Ishvara. It is there because he is all knowing, all power, consciousness, infinite. All of this is there in him, but he is not that.
And what I gathered also, the five senses which is working out of the five elements, that are also not we, or that is not functioning. That five elements are functioning through the five senses, but that senses we are not.
Isn't it? What are you? You are Chidananda. That is why that last line, Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivo. That is the mistake we do. Because what we are not, we identify with. And we consider ourselves limited in power, knowledge. And we are miserable throughout our life.
Even for mind and intellect and ahankar, we bound ourselves. We become a limited thing.
This is
He
a very good
explained the
exercise.
Udana. Sorry. Go ahead, go ahead.
No, no, continue. I just wanted to add one line that uh, this is a very good exercise to come into witness consciousness, especially with respect to this body and this mind. Just now, what all of us we are going through, our own physical identity and our mind. That immediate shift may happen due to this current knowledge we are going through. Jai Gurudev.
I was telling about that Udana. He explained it very, very well. That is the last breath which goes out of the throat through that peak of the head, no? That tick, tick, tick. So the whole process is, I think, the best thing. I understood that very good. The other day we were discussing, what is Udana? I think he explained this Udana very nicely.
Udana is one who puts you back into sleep, and Udana is one who brings you back into from sleep into awareness. The same thing happens with the death also, no? Puts you back into sleep, longer sleep.
Correct. That's it. Correct.
Oh, sorry. I kind of missed the Sangya. He's talked of Sangya. Does anyone remember the meaning of Sangya he gave?
That is name, he said, which recognize the object.
That is Sagnya, names, yes.
That's same. Sanya.
It is like Nama Rupa, that Nama is Sangya. Means I am the body, but my name is Sarla. means body and Sarla. Like Sarla is a Sangya for my this physical appearance.
Yes, it is Kannada word also, Sanya.
Yeah, we say proper noun and this,
Ah.
that is that sanya in Sanskrit or in Marathi also.
But then he cautioned that we should not get into the space of dissociation. So while we have this knowledge, towards the end, he said, you have problems and you people tend to dissociate from the problems. So that viveka has to come. It has to be, we need to live our life with viveka.
That is what, what I am associating to what I am not.
Like for
Then
instance,
only we will understand what to dissociate,
Yeah. Because if something is going on with the body, you can't say, oh, I have a body, so I will not take care of it. You have to take care of it. You are the caretaker. So maybe in that sense, he talked of, cautioned us about dissociating. This is for our understanding, inner understanding, for us to get out of that shell of limited knowledge, limited power, and understand who we truly are. It is a matter of understanding. It is not a matter of actual negating. If you understand, it is in a mental realm that you negate.
He said, no, we have to relate to what we are and not to what we are not.
Yeah.
No, we say the prana, many times we say it is life force. Life force means Chaitanya. So prana is not Chaitanya here. It is life itself. Chaitanya means again this Sachidananda, So prana is not life force, but it is life itself. So we are negating that also.
The creation, each one of us individuals is formed. We come with our blueprint of karma, which is anadi, which is beginningless. I was reminded of the question that we had as to when does the first karma start? So very beautifully, he just said anadi. It is there, beginningless. But each one comes with a blueprint of his own karma, and that is given, he's given a body and a form, body, mind, form is given. And everybody is given a definite set of breaths that determines his lifespan. So the faster you're breathing, the shorter your lifespan. And that is where he talked of pranayama and regulated breath. So the longer you breathe, as in the longer you hold your breath, the kumbhaka and you breathe out and then hold again. which is good to do, but not to get obsessed with it. Because ultimately, this life is for us to understand who we truly are and not just to live. You can live another 10 years, extended your lifespan, but of what avail if that is not put to good use?
He explained very beautifully that we created this body-mind complexion. Means we are the material cause for that. Through our own karma. Like God created himself, like that. So we created, and we are the material cause for our own body, and that is karma. That is from Anadi. That beautiful, that was really, he said very nicely. And that was also a punchline for us. I think we should see one more time that explanation. The whole argument what he was doing is who created, and all that. So we are our own creation. We are the material cause of our own body-mind complex. And that might be the karma.
Include here. Om Loka Samsta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jacob.
मनोबुद्ध्यहङ्कार चित्तानिनाहम् न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायुः न वा सप्तधातु न वा पञ्चकोशः न वाक्पाणिपादौ न चोपस्थपायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं दोर्नैव मेनैव मात्सर्यभावः न धर्मो न चार्थो न कामो न मोक्षः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेदा न यज्ञः अहं भोजनं नैव भोज्यं न भोक्ता चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे मृत्युशङ्का न मे जातिभेदः पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्यः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूपो विभुर्व्याप्य सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां सदा मे समत्वं न मुक्तिर्न बन्धः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् शिवो